Hi, it's me, Vicki Marie. And what's so crazy is I've actually, just to come and do this short video, I've decided to do it as a live broadcast because it's just, by the time I've prepared everything and put it in a video and loaded it up, etc., it takes such a long time. It's easier to just jump on live and tell you, because really what I'm doing is telling you about what I will be doing tomorrow in the live stream. You know, on every Friday, I do a live stream at 7 o'clock European time, which is 6 o'clock UK time. And what's really crazy is just before making this video, I've actually put lipstick on. You know, I don't know why, because I decided I wasn't going to, you know, actually show my face, because you wouldn't want to see my face as it is at the moment. And but I did actually go off and put lipstick on before I came on and started this, which is quite strange, really. So, as I say, I can see a couple of people are coming on now, and what basically I want to tell you, what this video, the purpose of this video is to tell you what I'll be doing in the live stream tomorrow evening, Friday the 26th of May. I'll be doing my live stream at 7 o'clock European time, 6 o'clock UK time. And these are the things I want to talk about, but I'd quite like some input from you and see what, if you're interested in these things as well. First thing I'll be wanting to talk about is what's happened this week in the Madeleine McCann searches in Portugal. Tonight it was reported that the searches have finished. So for some unknown reason, it was just 2 days. They had said originally it was going to be 2 days. Then they said, oh, well, they might extend it if it warrants that. But anyway, they haven't. They've packed up. They packed everything up after 2 days. They have taken some bags away of various things. Who we don't know what they are. And then I was reading earlier, they were going to send them off to Germany for examination. I don't know if they're going to Germany for DNA with Christian B, or, you know, this whole thing is very strange, I think. But anyway, the search is finished. They've packed everything away, so they won't be there tomorrow. And so they've either found things or they've decided that they're not going to find anything, so they're just packing up anyway. So I'd quite like to talk about that, because I, when I've been looking back over the Madeleine McCann case, because, you know, of course it was so long ago now, and you forget so many details, don't you? You know, and there were things like the other children that were missing from the area. And then there was a thing with the Portuguese detective who was supposed to have overseen there was a child went missing, and they felt like the parents had done it. And then the mother then turned around and said, no, she was tortured into confessing, and there was photos of her with black eyes, etc. You know, you forget all these things that sort of were going on at the time. So there's so much around the Madeleine McCann case, isn't there? Apart from even just the Madeleine story, which is enough in itself. And also, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have some very big news about the Madeleine McCann case. But anyway, so I definitely will be talking about that tomorrow night in the live, sharing photos, etc. As I say, I'm sorry I'm not like here in, I am here in person, but I'm here with the avatar because I'm just not, I wasn't going to do a live tonight. I was just going to make up a video, you know, to tell you what was in the live tomorrow. And then I thought, oh God, it's just, why not just go on there and say it? But as I was saying earlier, I did put my lipstick on. I have got my lipstick on. Okay, so Madeleine McCann. I want to talk about that tomorrow, about what we think about, was there any point in that search? Do you think they found anything, etc., etc.? Oh, and the other thing I'd like to talk about, or would you like me to talk about, because I can see you know, at the moment, in that certainly for those of you who are outside Britain, you may not know about all this thing about Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby. And this morning, which is one of the, if not the, I mean, probably my subscribers in Britain will be able to tell me better. It was this morning, or is this morning the most popular show on TV? I don't know, but there's this morning. These are two presenters. Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield are two like icons of British TV that have been presenting the morning television show like for God knows how long. And now, of course, there's been problems. There's aspersions cast about Philip Schofield and the things that people think about him. Did Holly Willoughby know about it? And it turns out actually there was a very toxic atmosphere in this TV. I mean, it's just like, for someone like me who it's not because I live in Spain that I don't like the programme this morning or don't watch it, because I can watch it here if I want to. I just never liked Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby, really. But, you know, I know I'm unusual in that. I know they're so popular. They've been so popular, and Philip Schofield has been popular for many, many years in British television. But it feels like now he's going to come out to be almost the ITV's Jimmy Savile, isn't he? You know, Jimmy Savile was popular. Like when I was young, I mean, Jimmy Savile could do no wrong. He was like the most powerful, popular television presenter on the BBC. And now we've got a very similar thing happening with Philip. You know, he's been so popular. I mean, I do remember thinking not long ago, my God, is there anything that Philip Schofield is not on? Because he presented this morning, then it was Dancing on Ice, and he presents awards. He's on loads of adverts on the telly, loads of quiz shows like The Cube, etc. And in the end, you think, are there no other presenters? I mean, you know, no offense, whatever you think of him or not. A variety of presenters is surely a better thing than just always the same presenter over and over again. So that was my take on it. And I never particularly liked him. And then when he came out as being gay, I mean, I don't care if he's gay or not. I didn't like him before. I didn't like him after. It didn't make me like him any less. It didn't make me like him even more. There was always just something about Philip Schofield that I always felt was a bit sort of false. And the same with Holly, to be honest, if I'm honest. But that's how I felt. So, you know, but who am I to judge? Because they were the most popular presenters. So obviously many, many people thought they were fantastic. So, but now it's all gone wrong. It's all gone haywire. You know, there's lots of rumours going around about Philip, aren't there, about possibly, well, you know, I don't want to go into those details until I've researched it properly, and I'm wary about making accusations, you know, before you know the full facts about somebody. I mean, this is not about whether he's gay or not. This is about a lot more than that, obviously. It's about his choice of partner, if you like, or the age of his choice of partner, let's say. And you know, my sympathies are with at the moment are with his mum, because his mum has just seen his brother, her other son, go to prison for sort of, you know, quite sort of serious crimes against, you know, similar crimes that Phil is being sort of accused of on social media, etc. And now it's all happening with Philip as well. So you just think, God, if you were that mother, that's a lot, isn't it, to have to cope with as well. So apparently Philip has gone to his mum's you always go to your mum, don't you, to try and help you out with things, because your mum will always support you. But you know, I don't know how old she is, because I think Philip's 60, is he? So I suppose his mum, she's not going to be young, is she? So, but she's had to put up with a lot, and it's not her fault. I don't know. So I don't know the full situation. I need to research it. But what I'm basically saying here in this video is I'd like to talk about, if you want me to talk about, if you're interested in me talking about and giving my take on it. Okay, I mean, I think there's a lot more to come out about the sort of Phil and Holly story. I think my personal opinion is probably that Holly won't come back either, because she must have known about it. But anyway, I quite like Alison and Dermot, because the only time that I used to watch This Morning would be on a Friday. You know, they stopped doing it on a Friday, didn't they? So we'd have Alison and Dermot O'Leary, and I quite enjoyed watching This Morning then, but I never enjoyed watching it when they were presenting it. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So that's the second thing that I'll be talking about tomorrow night. And as I say, when I've done a bit more research on things and I've got more information on my fingertips. Oh, I was supposed to actually, what I did propose. So as I was talking about it with you tonight, I was supposed to be showing you photos. Now I'm trying to see, have I actually did let's see, present, share screen. Now these should come up now, some photos of Philip. Yeah. So this is one thing I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. Yeah, so suddenly we've got all these pictures of Philip with young boys. Now, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's true? I mean, obviously he had a boyfriend, I think. But, you know, when we look, there's nothing wrong with having a boyfriend. But it's all these things about the young boys, and particularly this guy, isn't it? This guy who is supposedly on the brink of revealing all about Philip Schofield. But anyway, I'm going to do some research tomorrow, and I'll have more sort of actual facts to hand by then. Then the other thing, the first thing that I started off telling you about, of course, that I want to talk about tomorrow, was about this material that's been collected in the Madeleine McCann reservoir search to be sent to Germany for testing. Which I'm not sure why they can't just test it where it is, but so this is the lake there. Oh, yeah. Looks very beautiful, to be honest. But anyway, I'll be talking about that tomorrow, and again with a bit more research. Now, the other thing I want to just talk about very briefly tomorrow. Thank you to all of you who watched the tribute so far to Marelle Sturrock. Bless her. Look, it's her funeral tomorrow. Miss Marelle Sturrock was a lady that I identify with a lot because of my own experiences, and I was pregnant at the time as well. And poor Marelle, unfortunately, was killed by her partner when she was 7.5 months pregnant. But it's her funeral tomorrow, and I had released a video, just a tribute to her. But it's a tribute to her using her own photos that are here on her career website, and also if we have a look at her photos, yeah, all the photos that she put on there, but not only the photos, but her songs as well. I played one of her songs through the tribute, and it's there on my channel if you want to look at it. But it's her funeral tomorrow. So that, but also, yeah, I've got a little bit of information to share about Marelle Sturrock's case, because it is, although it seems apparent who actually took her life, it's still a murder inquiry, because the Police Scotland, they're just trying to find out, you know, to establish the facts, what actually happened, because it's all very sort of, nobody knows exactly what happened. So that's what they're trying to piece together. But I've got a little bit of information about that. And the other thing that I'll be talking about tomorrow is, of course, the case that we're all obsessed with, Nicola Bulley. I don't have any new facts. I'm not pretending that. There's just something that I'd like to talk about. I'm waiting for a response from some information that I've sort of requested. And as soon as I have that response, if I've got that response for tomorrow night, I'll be able to tell you a little bit about this case, a little bit more about this case. I mean, we're waiting for the inquest. We're all waiting for the inquest. We're hoping that the inquest, well, it'll definitely give us some new information. Whether it'll give us like the result that we want, I don't know. But one thing that's for sure is some information will come out from the. Oh gosh, I didn't swap it over, did I? Do you know what? Because I forget that what I've got to do. Right, let me see. What I've got to do when I swap it over is say I'm swapping it over. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I know I'm not very good with the technical stuff. I'm trying to think I've got a little bit better, but I've not done very well tonight. Let me see. How do I swap that over then? So when if I go stop sharing and then share again, that might be the best way I can do it. Right, because then it gives me a list. Yeah, then it gives me a list. So this is Marelle. This is Marelle Sturrock, whose funeral it is tomorrow. Yeah. So there she is. This was her career website, because she's an actress, a performer, a singer, and this was her website that she used to apply, I suppose, for different jobs, etc. She did modelling. You know, it's beautiful. But anyway, you can see that it's easy to find online. You just put in Marelle Sturrock, and it'll come up with her personal website. Now, so if I close that off, will I get something else? Let's see. Just trying to work out how this thing works, because it feels like I have to keep changing that. I can't just move from material. Yeah. So this was the thing I was trying to show you about Philip. Yeah. You know, lots of now. I mean, it's like all these things. It's a shame. I can't decide if I feel sorry for him or I just think, God, no, he is like, you know, all of a sudden all these pictures have appeared and all these things have appeared. But has he really been doing this all these years? If he is, you know, if he has been sort of grooming young boys, etc., which seems to be what people are saying about him at the moment. If he has been doing that, it can't be possible that nobody knew about it. So, you know, Holly must have known about it. You know, probably a lot of people knew about it. So why is it just suddenly now all these photos and aspersions coming out? Why didn't they come out before? It is so like Jimmy Savile. It's like he was so powerful. I mean, this is the most important guy, isn't it? I think, who supposedly is just about to sort of tell his story. Matthew, I think his name is, and then there's this other guy over here that everybody's a bit sus. I mean, you know, I need to prepare it all properly for tomorrow. But yeah, and his poor wife and family, what are they going through at the moment? And what is his mum going through, seeing how his brother's just been put in prison for, you know, I don't know, I can't say the actual word because YouTube might ban me off, but, you know, his brother's just been put in prison for offences against children, let's say. And so how does his mother feel about that, if now it's all sort of coming out with Philip? And yeah, there's him and his wife. She must have known, mustn't she? She must have known. Well, in the end, I suppose he came out to her and told her. So, yeah, and his children. And then the last thing that I wanted to show you, let's see if that comes up. To be honest, it's only things that you've already seen, because I would just tell you about Nicola, etc. Oh, I think I've cut myself off. Yeah. Or am I still there? Oh no, I'm still there. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I'm going now. So I just wanted to tell you what I'm going to be talking about in the live stream tomorrow at 7 European time, at 6 UK time. And those are the 4 subjects that I'll be covering. I'll be talking about Philip Schofield. I'll be talking about Marelle Sturrock, and it's unfortunately a funeral tomorrow. I'll be talking about Madeleine McCann and you know, this search of the lake. Did, you know, what do you think about it? Did anything that, oh my goodness, I've just realised I've got comments, and I wasn't ignoring you, you know, I just don't see them sometimes. Oh, yeah, well, it's good because you talk between yourselves, so that's good, because it's good job you talk between yourselves, because I just didn't even see your comments. But hi Funky, hi Chumba. Yeah, much more to come, I think. Well, I hope you'll be able to make it tomorrow evening. We'll talk about it a bit more in detail, and because I need to research it properly. But I think people are quite interested in it, aren't they? And so, yeah, that'll be the 4 things I'll be talking about. And hopefully, if I get this email response that I'm expecting, I'll have some information about the Nicola Bulley case. I've got some information about the Marelle Sturrock. It is a case, but you know, we do know what happened to her, but it's still a murder investigation. Talking about Phil and Holly, and talking about what happened in the search in Portugal for Madeleine. But yeah, so hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, and thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow to talk about all those things a little bit more. Bye.